Let's consider a game of dominoes. It's fascinating how with a simple touch, one piece can knock down another, causing a cascade effect until all the pieces are knocked down. This doesn't require a lot of effort, just the willingness to start the process. On the other hand, rebuilding each piece one by one requires much more time, patience, and skill. Now let's compare this to the financial world. Spending money is like knocking over dominoes. It's easy, quick, and requires little effort. However, making money is like putting each piece back together one by one. It requires time, patience, skill, and good planning. Knowledge is the tool that helps us face this challenge. It's the key to understanding how the rules of the financial game work and how we can use them to our advantage. Therefore, I congratulate you for being here, seeking to acquire this knowledge. Today, I'm going to share with you 6 tips to help you make your first $100,000. These tips don't guarantee success, but they will definitely increase your chances of achieving it. Before we begin, I ask that you support this channel by clicking the like button and subscribing. This is very important so that more people can have access to this content. So let's start. Here is the first guideline. Don't limit yourself to accumulating $100,000. Invest. This may seem like a contradiction at first glance. However, there is a rather delicate but extremely crucial distinction between simply saving money and making that money work for you through investing. Let's clarify this with an illustration. Suppose you choose to save $2 every month. By following this strategy, it will take 500 months for you to reach your $1,000 goal. Now imagine an alternative scenario where instead of just saving that $2, you choose to invest it. Even considering a conservative return on investment, you will reach the $1,000 mark in less than 200 months. This represents a time reduction of more than 50%. However, the true beauty of investing reveals itself over time. If you maintain this regime of investing $2 a month for those 500 months, instead of merely accumulating $1,000, you would have accumulated an impressive sum of over $1.3 million. The disparity is simply stunning, don't you think? So the question I would like to ask you now is, do you have a regular investment plan? Whenever I meet people who admire my work, the first question I ask is whether they have already started investing. Don't worry if you think you have little money. You can start investing with just $1. It's true that investing $1, $3, $10, $50, or $100 won't immediately make you a millionaire. The crucial point, however, is that you will start to cultivate the habit of investing. It's similar to the process of going to the gym. At first, it may seem like a challenge, but over time, you get used to it and start to notice the benefits. Even if you can't get in a full workout, make an effort to go, even if it's just for 10, 20, or 30 minutes. What matters is establishing the habit of going regularly. Likewise, the importance of developing the habit of investing regularly cannot be underestimated. Over time, as your financial situation improves, you will be able to increase the amount you are investing. But the most important thing is to take the first step. So start investing today, regardless of the amount. Moving forward, the second suggestion I have for you is about how much you must invest per month. Could it be you're wondering, but how will I know how much I should invest monthly? Don't worry, I have a special tool designed to help you with this. To get started, you need to set clear goals for your financial future. Let's explore an example. Suppose you are 40 years old now and want to accumulate $200,000 by age 60. Furthermore, imagine you already have an investment portfolio of $20,000. This means you need to increase your investment by $180,000 over the next 20 years. Now, let's consider the rate of return on your investment. The rate of return may vary depending on the type of investment, but for this example, we will consider an average annual rate of return of 6%. Based on these parameters, you would need to invest about $350 per month to reach your goal of $200,000 by age 60. But what if you thought $350 a month was too much to invest, or that 20 years was too long to wait? Let's adjust the goal to reach $200,000 by age 55. With the same 6% rate of return, you would need to increase your monthly contribution to about $780. On the other hand, if you have a long-term goal, like accumulating $2 million by age 75, you'll need to adjust your monthly contributions accordingly. With the same 6% rate of return, your monthly contributions would need to be approximately $1,800. The power of this planning tool is that it allows you to see the effect of compounding over time. For example, if you start investing $1,800 per month at age 40, by age 60, that's 240 months later, you will have invested $432,000. But because of the power of compound interest, your portfolio will be worth more than $1 million. And if you keep investing until age 75, that's 420 months from now, your total investment will be $756,000. However, thanks to the power of compound interest, the total value of your portfolio will be a whopping $2 million. In short, this planning tool allows you to estimate how much you need to invest monthly to reach your financial goals, based on your current age, your financial goals, the time horizon for those goals, and the expected rate of return on the investment. With this, you can have more concrete and effective financial planning. Let's explore this idea of investing in knowledge further, but this time, allow me to illustrate with a different example in this third tip. In his book, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill describes the concept of intelligence capital. He argues that a person's true capital is not in their physical or financial property, but in their intelligence, understanding, and knowledge. These are the assets that no misfortune can take from you, and that can be used to rebuild anything you might lose. Let's think about someone who is a passionate connoisseur of works of art. This individual has spent years studying artists, their techniques, art history, and the art market. He has knowledge, a deep understanding of a specific field. It develops a skill, the ability to analyze and evaluate works of art. This knowledge and skill attracts people with similar interests, creating a valuable network. By applying his knowledge and skills, he acquires wealth, whether through buying and selling works of art or providing consultancy. And by doing all this in a respectable and ethical manner, he earns a good reputation. However, suppose something unexpected happens, and he loses his art collection, his money, and even his reputation. However, he still has his knowledge and skill. With this, he can begin analyzing and evaluating artworks again, rebuilding his network, acquiring new artworks, and eventually restoring his reputation. After all, he has what Hill calls intelligence capital. Now, how can you invest in this intelligence capital? I recommend a continuous and diverse learning plan. You can do this by consuming a variety of educational content. For example, I have a variety of videos where I share my experience, knowledge, and insights. There aren't many videos yet, but every week I bring at least 3 videos with transformative knowledge for you. If you commit to watching these videos for 30 minutes every day, in about a year you will have consumed all of this content. This content, which is the result of learning and experience, can provide a solid foundation for you to build your own intelligence capital. Investing in knowledge is an investment that not only enriches the mind, but also has the potential to transform your financial life. It can help you increase your earnings, save more, accumulate more wealth, and maximize the difference between what you earn and what you spend. Therefore, make investing in knowledge a priority. Fourth tip: pay your bills before investing. In the United States, as elsewhere, it is crucial to prioritize paying your bills and debts before starting to invest. Let's explore some examples from the North American reality to illustrate this situation. Example 1. Suppose you have credit card debt in the United States of $5,000 with an annual interest rate of 18%. At the same time, you have the opportunity to invest in an index fund that has historically offered an average annual return of 10. If you choose to invest before paying off your credit card debt, the interest on that debt will add up quickly and may exceed the returns on your investment. This means that you would be losing money instead of increasing your assets. Example 2. Now let's consider a situation where you have student debt in the United States with an annual interest rate of 5%. Meanwhile, you have the opportunity to invest in stocks that historically have an average annual return of 8%. If you choose to invest before paying off your student debt, the interest on that debt will accumulate over time and can become a greater financial burden in the future. It's important to remember that interest rates on debt are generally higher than average investment returns. Prioritizing paying your bills and debts before investing is a smart strategy in the United States to avoid financial losses and establish a solid foundation to build your wealth. By paying off your debts, you will be in a better position to start investing and take advantage of growth opportunities in the North American market. However, It is important to note that each financial situation is unique, and it is always recommended to seek advice from a financial professional in the United States before making investment and debt management decisions. They can help you assess your personal situation and create a financial plan that suits your needs and goals in the United States. Fifth tip: think before making high-impact expenses. Let's chat about something important: thinking before making large expenses. It's easy to get carried away by impulse and buy cool things, but it's essential to consider all the expenses involved. I'll give you some examples so you can understand better. Let's start with cars. I know everyone dreams of having a cool car, but look, it's not just the price of the car that you need to take into account. There's insurance, fuel, IPVA, maintenance, and even fines that may arise along the way. Believe me, fines can appear out of nowhere and end up weighing on your pocket. So think carefully before rushing out to buy that dream car. Another thing is buying a house or apartment. Having your own little corner is amazing, but don't forget to consider all the additional expenses. In addition to the value of the property itself, you will have to face taxes, condominium fees, maintenance, and even renovations. And don't forget that if you don't pay your bills on time, you could end up losing your house. So it's important to plan carefully before embarking on this adventure. Now let's talk about travel. Who doesn't love taking a vacation and seeing new places? But here comes the question: have you ever stopped to think about all the expenses involved in traveling? In addition to tickets and hotel, there is emergency insurance, car rental, exchange rate, and even food and drink expenses. And believe me, unforeseen events always happen, like losing things or even being robbed. So before taking your first flight, do the math and see if it fits into your budget. Lastly, let's talk about smaller purchases, but which can end up weighing on your pocket over time. Imagine that you bought a super modern coffee machine. Sounds like a great idea, right? But think about it. In addition to the cost of the machine, you will need to buy capsules regularly, carry out maintenance, change the filter, and even invest in accessories to make the coffee even tastier. And we must not forget that accidents happen, such as dropping a cup and breaking it, which will require the purchase of a new one. So before you go out and buy everything, think about the extra expenses that may arise. Remember, guys, it's super important to think before making big expenses. Don't let the excitement of the moment or the desire to make your dreams come true lead you to make hasty financial decisions. Be conscious with your money and plan your expenses to avoid falling into unnecessary debt. Remember, my friend, I'm not telling you to deprive yourself of the best things in life, of buying what you want. I'm telling you to think long and hard before anything else, because you could fall into a sea of debt, right? That's why it's essential. You have to learn how to generate wealth so you don't worry about it. And with my content here, you will learn how to generate wealth if you apply all of this, I promise you. Sixth tip: create multiple sources of income to achieve financial freedom. Guys, I'm going to share with you a secret to achieving the financial freedom you've been dreaming of. It's like having a garden full of lush flowers where each one represents a source of income. By planting several seeds, you create a true oasis of financial opportunities. Come on, I'll give you some examples so you understand better. Imagine that you are an entrepreneur and have an online business, but it doesn't stop there. You also offer personalized consultancy, develop digital products, partner with brands for promotion, and even invest in promising startups. Wow, there are several sources of income working in your favor. By diversifying your sources of income, you not only increase your chances of success, but also minimize financial risks. Imagine that one of your sources of income is not performing so well at a given moment. No problem. The other sources of income will be there to support you and keep your finances solid. Additionally, creating multiple sources of income allows you to explore different areas of interest and skills. You can be an expert in digital marketing, but you can also use your talent to speak, write a book, or even develop an online course. This way, you expand your reach and enhance your earning opportunities. Always remember this logic. Diversifying is the key to financial success. Don't limit yourself to a single source of income and constantly look for new opportunities. Be creative and always be aware of market demands. This way, you will be on the right path to achieving financial freedom and enjoying life to the fullest. Well, I hope these tips are useful to you. Know that with these tips, you can reach your first $100,000. So if you trust in your potential, prophesy here in the comments with the following comment: I will be a millionaire. and I'm going to like your comment, and this shows your commitment. Remember, you are a winner. And that's it. Until the next video.